DIY plumbing, tips and tricks for the do-it-yourself homeowner and plumber maybe. Today I'm going to show you how much money you can save by doing things around your house yourself. It's really not hard. Do-it-yourself plumbing is something people can do, and actually it can save them money. Today I'm going to show you actually how much money you can save and things you can do to help save you money by taking on DIY plumbing projects yourself.
So the plumbing's not perfect. We'll get it fixed. It's not the end of the world.
You didn't see that water. It had legs.
Now if you're a DIYer or you know someone who may be, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss anything, and share this video with other people that may need to learn these things. So one of the first tips and tricks is know how to turn your water off and know when you need to. If you're working on a drain line under a kitchen sink or under a lavatory, you probably don't need to turn the water off. Now, you may want to turn it off at the angle stop so your kids or wife doesn't come by and turn it on, or your husband if you're the wife. Look, I've seen all kinds of people work on their own plumbing. Anybody can do it. But knowing how to turn your water off is a really big deal. Now, we've made a video where we show you how to go out to the meter or the valve box. We've actually made both, and turn the water off to your house. Now, this is good to know no matter what you're doing, whether you're working on your own plumbing right now, or you come in from the house one day and you've got a flood and you know it's your plumbing system, either a water line ruptured in the attic, a water heater ruptured, anything at all like that. And that happened to me when I was a kid. So know how to turn the water off. I remember calling my mom and my mom says, go turn the water off. I'm like, okay, Mom, how? Well, I was in the 6th grade, so, you know.
Mom, 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 Mommy, Mommy, Mama.
What?
Hi.
Anyway, know how to turn the water off at your house, because if you're working on your own plumbing, having the water turned off if you're working on something that could cause a flood could really be a big deal. And if you have all the tools and know how to turn it off right then and there, do it beforehand, work on the plumbing, slowly turn it back on while somebody watches to see if there's any leaks. That could save you a lot of money. Now, I have a lot of plumbers really get upset about this, but stay around to the end because I'm going to show you just how much money you can save by knowing these things. And some plumbers call me and say, look, you're taking money out of our pocket. Really? By showing someone how to shut the water off at their house? Come on, guys. Number 2, know your limitations. Understand what it is that you want to do and understand what your capabilities are. Meaning, it's pretty easy to change a flapper, but to change out a water heater, that's quite a bit more work. Know your limitations. Do you have the ability to take the lid off, change out a flapper, undo a hook and put it back on? Probably so. But changing a water heater, you may need to know how to solder a copper joint. You may need to know how to use tubing cutters. You may need to cut it out, drain it, do a lot of things there. So understand your limitations. Me, look, I know how to change spark plug wires, but I'm not gonna rebuild an engine. I know how to change the tires, but I'm surely not rebuilding the transmission, I promise you. I know what my limitations are. I also know what tools that I have that I can do the job with. So understand your limitations before you get started. The last thing you want to do is get in, tear something apart and realize you've got pieces and parts from one end of the house to the other, when really, man, it may have been time to call somebody else.
Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
Number 3, what is your goal? Are you just trying to do a simple remodel, or are you just trying to change a faucet? I mean, you can change a faucet and a toilet out pretty easy. A complete remodel, that's going to take a little more time and a little bit harder work, but understand what you're trying to do in the beginning. Remember, if you're doing that remodel, you want to make sure you get the water turned off before you start jerking stuff off the wall. If you're changing out a faucet, you may be able to just change it right there at the angle stops and make your job a lot easier. Number 4, and this is a hard one, especially for most of us guys. Get help if you need it. And let me say that again, get help if you need it. Me, look, I can do most of this stuff myself, but I've been doing it 40 years. The problem is I will still put myself in a bind before calling for someone else to help me. Meaning I can lift a water heater out of a closet and set it on the floor and get it outside the house by myself. Would I be smarter to get some help? Absolutely. Nobody's ever called me being smarter. See what I mean? Nobody's ever accused me of being smarter. Anyway, know when you need help. Working on a garbage disposal, you may want someone to push that flange down while you're working on the bottom trying to put the ring on. Luckily for me, I've done it long enough, I can do that. But don't be so prideful thinking you can do it all yourself and you actually hurt yourself. Here's the thing. You can put yourself in a pretty bad position doing anything plumbing wise, and if you hurt yourself and you're out for 3 or 4 days, it's not going to do you or your family much good. Number 5, and then the big tip. Number 5, wear the right PPE. Look, liquid drain cleaners have become a big deal. I gotta tell you, I'm not very fond of them for a lot of different reasons, least of which is the fact that you won't call a plumber. I teach you a lot of things to keep you from calling a plumber. Using liquid drain cleaner is just not something that's good. And here's why. There's chemicals in there that can actually hurt you, hurt your children, or hurt a plumber if you have to call one out. So if you do use any kind of chemicals like that, if you are in a position where you're using fire, you're burning, you're doing a lot of different things, please make sure you wear the right PPE. Even if it's just laying down under a lavatory to change out the faucet, wear glasses, wear a face shield, wear something to keep any of those particles from getting in your eye. Because I gotta tell you, it happens to even professionals quite often. So now, here's the big deal, and I want you to think about this. What if you did call a plumber to come out, locate your valve, and turn your water off? Now, remember, it's in the middle of an emergency, so he might even charge an emergency fee.
This whole system of yours could be on fire, and I couldn't even turn on a kitchen tap without filling out a 27B/6 bloody paperwork.
But let's just say he's got a standard fee of about $350 to come out for a service call. Somewhere that's high, somewhere that's low, but I'm just picking a good solid round number. Now, say he also charges you $350 to come out and change or install your new garbage disposal. Think about that. There's another $350. So now we've got a couple more. Say it's $350 to take out the old lavatory faucet and install the new one. Then again, say it's $350 to remove and replace a toilet. Now, right there are 4 simple things that any homeowner can do. Watch the videos, and we've made some of these, so we'll put links in here. Watch some of these videos and see if this is something you think you can do. Remember, know your capabilities, but if you just do those 4 things and save $350 on each one of those, that is $1,400 you can save in one day by doing your own plumbing. And that's gonna save you some money. If you haven't done it yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring to the bell, and if you know somebody that needs to learn how to fix their own plumbing, share this video with them. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.